Today is June 25th, 2020. I'm Rachel Dworkin, and I am here interviewing
Tom Hammond.
for the COVID Memory Project. Tom, I understand that you are an employee at a grocery store. How long have you been employed there?
I've worked for the company for 21 years.
Okay, and what is it that you do for the company?
I am the bakery coordinator.
Okay. How did the company respond to the pandemic and the governor's orders regarding it?
They responded pretty well. They put safeguards up, for employees, like plexiglass walls, and they put social distance markings on the floor, put sanitizing stations up, hand sanitizing stations, just things like that.
Okay, did they mandate that employees wear masks?
Not at first, but as it became mandated by the state, they followed suit and did mandate employees.
Okay. Have they done anything to reshuffle people so that you're not as crowded in the bakery or?
Yes, they did put social distance cues within the department as well as throughout the store for customers, and they did some departments that weren't as busy. They relocated to a different department so that there weren't as many people within that area, working at the same time.
Okay. So do you feel that you and your employees were protected by the company?
Yes, I do.
Okay. I noticed, being a shopper, that there are quite a number of shortages at supermarkets. Can you elaborate on that for me? Like, what are the things that you guys are short on?
It was, at first it was just like essential items, such as, paper towels, toilet paper, tissues, cleaning wipes and all that. And just as things progressed, people started, I want to say, panic buying and just started buying, water and, dry goods and all that. And it just, that swell, what we had in our warehouse wasn't able to be accommodated to, to replenish in a timely manner. So it just took a little bit longer for things to trickle in,
Okay. So has that started to get better, or are there still things that you're short of?
There's still a few items. For the most part, we are back in stock on most items, and don't have trouble getting them reordered.
Okay. Did the company create any policies regarding people buying lots of a single item at once?
Yeah, there were limits placed on, at first, a lot of items just because of the demand that people were asking for. Over time, those limits decreased. There still is a few limits on some items.
Can you tell us about which items?
Like cereals and cleaning products, things like that.
How about yeast? I have not been able to find yeast
Yeah,
for love or money.
Yeast, we've been having trouble keeping that in stock. We periodically get some in, and just as soon as it's in, it's back out again.
Have you also had a corresponding shortage of other baking stuff, like flour or?
Not flour per se. Some of the items that we get in to bake, they limited what they were manufacturing, so our selection wasn't as great, in the beginning. But now things are starting to file in more, so we're pretty close to being to what we used to produce, before all this.
So you cut back on how many and what range of baked goods you made in the bakery?
Yes.
So what kinds of things got dropped initially?
Initially it was just basic stuff we were able to get in just because there was such a demand for everything. So just your basic breads, and the basic varieties of muffins and donuts. But like I said, as time went on, they were able to catch up with production, so those eventually came back in stock.
Okay. Do you know if any employees associated with the store have been sick?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Okay, so you haven't been sick either?
No.
No. How would you say the pandemic has affected you outside of work?
I don't feel like it's really affected me outside of work, other than, not being able to socialize with my friends as often as I used to, family. That's about it.
Okay. Do you have anything you'd like to add about how the pandemic has impacted the grocery store?
I did notice that our volume of Instacart shopping has dramatically increased.
So what is Instacart?
Instacart is an online, you order your groceries online, employees select the product and bring it out, and then you could either have it delivered or drive up for curbside loading.
Okay. So that has increased. Did you guys do like senior hours or for folks who were at risk, or was that not something
No,
you guys
that was
did?
not something that our store did.
Okay. So Instacart was something you had offered before, but now there's a big uptick.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, is there anything else you'd like to add about your personal experience with COVID?
No, I think that's about
Okay.
it.
Well, thank you very much for coming down and speaking to me today.
Thank you.